Well, initially, first I was 43 years old, and I was going to get a regular physical, just to take a routine physical, which we all should do once a year. And I have a pretty stressful job and travel quite a bit, so it's something that I like to try to do every year. And I'd gone in for my routine physical. Came out of my routine physical with no signs of alarm, no problem. I did a pretty advanced one with VAP blood work, all the advanced diagnosis that you can have, heart monitoring and everything else, and everything seemed to be really, really in good shape. Something, said to me that I want to do an even more in-depth analysis. I had read an article in Men's Health magazine, one of the magazines I read every month, that had talked about the new breed of high-speed CT scans, or computer tomography, the scans that can look inside of you basically and see if there's any abnormalities or anything you should be concerned with. So I called my physician. She said, well, you can do this. She says, but it's something you have to do on your own. Insurance doesn't pay for it, and you don't smoke, you don't drink, you're not really overweight, you don't have a lot of the risk factors, but it's never a bad thing to do. She said, you can go do it. So I decided to do it. She got the results a couple days later with this alarming look on her face and came to see me. And they had found in this CT scan something which they couldn't believe, a huge, huge tumor in my left kidney. And I mean, Scott can tell you the size of it. I mean, it was like a tennis ball, I think, a lemon. I mean, it was huge. Well, after meeting with multiple doctors, there was no ambiguity or any vagueness about what they said had to happen. There was no varying opinions. They all said, it has to come out. And I'm like, what has to come out? The tumor? No, the kidney has to come out, because when you have a renal cell carcinoma that size, there's no way to effectively go in and surgically take it out without the risk of it seeding. And as you know, the kidney processes of blood for the whole body. Well, if it seeds and there's any cancer cells in there, it's like a distribution system. It's like sending out a virus, sends it to the rest of your body. You'll contract cancer everywhere else and you'll die. So he goes in with this procedure. I'm in surgery on a Monday. I found out on the Thursday. The guy gets me in for surgery Monday. I'm back home Tuesday. And all I have is 3 tiny little cuts and a little small incision here down below my waistline where they actually had to take out the kidney. Very, very, very small. I was back to work the following week or following week and a half. That's how minimally invasive and destructive the surgical procedure was. And on top of that, his ability to see with these magnified camera and high definition imagery inside to really be sure that everything in the peritoneal cavity and looking around the kidney was done is a lot greater than a surgeon standing with a pair of glasses looking down through a surgical when you're cut open like this. So in my book, the procedure was not only far more advanced and more scientific in its approach, more precision, more of what you think of in the term surgical, but a lot less invasive. The recovery time was unbelievably fast, and thank God the greatest bonus that we got was that when we went to pathology, the conclusion from pathology was that there was no cancer cells at all in the lymph nodes, and that it was clean, and that the tumor was what's called encapsulated. So none of the bad cancer cells had gotten out.